I am here on November 7th. It's exactly 1 month since the attack on Israel. And I'm here at the Kever of Rambam, the Kever of the Shlach HaKadosh of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, to place Netillah cups, 100% pure copper Netillah cups at these Kevarim. Such an important thing for us, especially in this time of war. We know that our greatest instrument is the power of our voice, the kol. But we also have to protect our hands. When our hands are purified and sanctified, we bring that purity and sanctification into everything that we touch. And so the mitzvah of Netilat Yadayim is so important, especially for our soldiers that are on the front lines. B'ezrat Hashem, by bringing the Netillah, the Natalat Nechoshet, to the Kever of Rambam, we'll be able to help elevate people's mitzvah of Netilat Yadayim. I feel very honored to be able to be here. And this mitzvah is being done B'ezrat Hashem, for the safe return of all of our hostages. For all of our hostages, the return of all of our soldiers. And B'ezrat Hashem, we should see Yeshuat Gdolot. Okay, we're heading into Rambam. Here we go. And of course, before we're going to take part in this amazing mitzvah, number one, tefillah. Let's head inside. I'm here at the Kever of Rambam, Maimonides, and we just had the opportunity to engage in such an incredible mitzvah of placing our 100% pure copper Netillah cups here, so that each and every person could be utilizing the choshet, just like was used at the Kior at the Beit HaMikdash. But I want to share with you just a little bit about Rambam and why he was so beyond special. Rambam lived in the 12th, 13th century, and he was constantly on the move, going from one place to the next, being kicked out from this place, being kicked out from the next, come to Eretz Yisrael, until he finally settled in Egypt. And even in those crazy times of having to move and to relocate, and through the hardships that he went through in his life, Rambam was the first person that put together the first source code of Jewish law, Mishneh Torah, a tremendous accomplishment. But what I want to share, the biggest lesson that I take from Rambam, is really the lesson of benefit of the doubt, of giving each and every person the kaf zechut. Why is that? Although Rambam was known as one of the greatest philosophers and thinkers of the Jewish world, during his time when he was alive, there was a lot of controversy about him. A lot of people were very much against him. Even his books were being burned. It was only after he passed that people came to understand the power of Rambam, and in today's world, he's known in a tremendous way as being one of the greatest Jewish thinkers. So what is the idea? The idea is that we should be very careful not to judge people at first glance, to get to understand what a person is about. Every single person connects to Hashem and serves Hashem in a different way. Maybe it's not the way that we're used to, but our job in this world is not to judge. That's God's job. Leave it up to Him. Our job is to do one thing, to embrace people in every which way. And that is the message of Rambam. That is the lesson that I take from him. Just yesterday, I was at the Kotel last night, also placing copper Netillah cups there. And as I was standing there looking at the Kotel wall, just amazed by it, it's exactly 1 month. It was my first time getting back there, exactly 1 month from when the attacks happened on Israel. And there I was, as I'm looking at Kotel Kol, I'm looking at each and every one of the stones, and I realized something crazy. There is not two stones that look the same. There is no two stones that look the same. Every one of them is different in their own way, with its own personality and its own character, with its little nooks and its little, cracks and its different shapes. What is a representation of more than anything? And it's standing for 2,000 years. It's a representation of each and every one of us, of the Jewish people. We all look different. We all are different in different ways. But that's okay. The power is our ability to come together to create this incredible wall. It's time for us to embrace one another, to see and to look for the good in one another, to open our eyes. And Rambam was very much not about looking at the here and now, but he was always about looking ahead, 10 steps ahead. He's quoted as saying, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. It's not just putting on Band-Aids on the issue, but Rambam understood something very deep. He was able to see far ahead. Bezrat Hashem, we should all merit to have that same vision as Rambam, to be able to look into each and every one of us, the nitzot, the spark of Hashem that's in each and every one of us, recognize it, come to love it, come to embrace it, because when we do, we're able to then notice that same spark in another person, even though they look or seem different than we do. And then our spark has the ability to light their spark, and so on and so on. And by doing so, we have the ability to truly bring light into this world, which is exactly what we need right now. So my hope for all of us is to find the spark, to find the light within us, so that we can spread it out onto others. And Bezrat Hashem, through that, we will see tremendous Yeshuot, and we'll be able to welcome the Mashiach Tzidkenu, B'mhera, B'yameinu. Amen.